Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. The video I wanted to talk about today was it's a sequel to a cult classic. Um, I think the sequel is better to me than the original. I know that's a controversial opinion. Um, yeah. So the sequel I'm gonna talk about today, it was released in 1997, just a year or a few 8 months after the first movie. And that is Wes Craven's Scream 2. Alright, trying to get a close. No, fuck it. I'm gonna get a closer shot here. Scream 2. Um, yeah, ignore the price tag. That's how much I got it for at the pawn shop. See, it's 120 minutes. It's the longest Scream movie. The story picks up 2 years after the events of Sydney. After the events of the first movie, Sydney's away at college, trying to get her life together. After the events of the first movie, shattered her life. Um, she's trying to cope and get over the events, but you know, when she's at college, a new string of murders begins, and you know, she becomes a target of another murder again. Um, she has a new boyfriend this time. It's played by Jerry O'Connell. Jamie Kennedy's back as Randy, who survived. You have Sarah Michelle Gellar. You have Timothy Olyphant from Hitman and Die Hard. Um, you have Liev Schreiber, who's in this movie, who's briefly seen in the first movie, but he was framed. You have Rebecca Gayheart. You also have Portia de Rossi. Um, you also have a quick cameo by Joshua Jackson. You have Jada Pinkett Smith, Omar Epps, a lot of really. Oh, even David Warner's in here. Um, but yes. But I actually like the sequel more than the original. Um, this sequel even game. This sequel is the highest rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes. It has like an 82%, or yeah, on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, I think this one's better than the first, in my opinion. Um, the score is pretty creepy by Marco Beltrami. Um, yeah, see, there's a. I don't know if you can see it, but fuck, I can't see it. Oh well, but yeah, I have all four movies on Blu-ray, Scream too. But this one's my favorite of the franchise. Um, it's one of those sequels that surpasses the original. Um, really solid sequel. Um, yeah, so like I said, 2 years later, this is 2 years after the events of the first movie, and Sydney knew, like she said, "Oh, I knew this wasn't over." But yeah, they even mentioned that, oh, all these people got killed a couple of years ago in California. So yeah, Sydney has so she was ready to move on, but then more murders started building up around her. Randy actually dies in this one though, surprisingly. Oh, even Laurie Metcalf is in here. Yeah, Laurie Metcalf, yeah, she's in here too. Um, so yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar gets killed off. All that. What I feel about this movie? I really like this movie. It's a really good movie. Um, there's nothing bad I can say about it. This is bloodier than the first one though. This is really bloody. It's not overly bloody, but it's really bloody though. I also like that little logo right there. See, screaming, and the two is behind it. That's pretty cool. Um, Sydney got tougher in here. Gail looks hot in here. She looks hotter in here than she did in the first one. But then the third movie, her fucking hair is just all over the damn place. Um, I like the soundtrack for this too. It has like good. It has Sugar Ray, Foo Fighters, Collective Soul, um, some other ones. It even has some hip hop music in it too. I like the song "She Said." It comes at the end of the movie. But yeah, um, David Warner is in here as a theater teacher. In case you don't know David Warner, the original Omen, the photographer who got decapitated with the pane of glass, that was him. But yeah, I like this movie. Like I said, the score is more intense in this one than it is in the first one. I think the score is the creepiest out of all these movies. In this one, this score is creepy out of all the four movies. Um, it says rated R for language and strong bloody violence. Yeah. Um, yeah. So It's 120 minutes, like I said, it's long. Here's incredible follow-up to the smash hit phenomenon Scream. Away at college, Sidney Prescott thought she finally put the shocking murders that shattered her life behind her, and so a copycat killer begins acting out a real-life sequel. Now, as history eerily repeats itself, ambitious reporter Gail Weathers, Deputy Dewey Riley, and other screen survivors find themselves trapped in a terrifying, clever plotline where no one is safe or beyond suspicion. Director Wes Craven and hit-making writer Kevin Williamson team up once again, deliver the big screen's hippest, coolest, and edgiest thrill ride ever. Another thing is this sequel played on the tropes of sequels, like basically like this sequel actually played by the rules of a sequel, it increased the gore by increased the body count, increased the gore, um, yeah, uh, but it was also kind of meta with some sequels. But yeah, that's what these movies are meta. But yeah, I like this movie. Like I said, the soundtrack isn't okay. The soundtrack isn't the greatest out of all of these. Scream 3 has the best soundtrack, but the rock music in here is good. There's Cottonmouth Kings, there's Postmaster P, some other ones. But yeah, um, this movie isn't. But yeah, this movie's really great. Uh, um, there's really nothing more. There's really nothing more I can say about this movie. It's just so good of a movie. Um, but yeah, nothing bad. Oh, this came out December 12th, 1997. Uh, it came out a week before Titanic came out. This was in theaters for like a really long time, and this movie was so successful. It made like over 100 million, close to $200 million. That's pretty fucking badass. Um, Another fun fact is that David Warner, who was in this movie, was also in Titanic. But yeah, yeah, I was so glad to find these on Blu-ray. The pawn shop, they're really good. But no, guys, that was my review into Scream 2. What do you guys think of this movie? Let me know down below, honestly. Is it better than the original, or is it better? Is it not better than the original? That's fine. I'm logging off. Stay safe during this pandemic, guys, and all that. Just endure this quarantine thingy because I know it's bad. Just stay safe, wash your hands, and all that. Keep 6 feet apart and stay out of trouble, guys. Logging off.